Hey guys, guess what? It's wheat time. So we're gonna go ahead and we're dumping the screens right now. They've already cut a little bit out here. Just to test them out, make sure everything was working all right. Yeah, it's finally here. Harvest time.
How you guys doing today? But as you can tell, you probably see the art right there behind me. So, you know what that means? We're cutting wheat. See, Alex is right there, and then Augie's right over there. There we go. Got two combines cutting the wheat. So I'm running a cart, and I can see Alex is starting to get full. Got his lights flashing, so I don't know if he's gonna dump on me or what the game plan is for today. So really, it's gonna wait until he flips his auger out, I guess. Yep, but wheat harvest has arrived.
So we just ran another round. I know I look like a gangster, but we are going to take another sample. We took one a couple minutes ago and it was like 19. We don't want to cut wheat if it's 19. Maybe if it's like 17. So Ross is going to climb up over the top of the thing, and he is going to take a scoop, and we are going to go run it through the tester here in a minute. Yep, go up there. Go, go, go. Should I take him for a ride? I'm going to take him for a ride. Hey Ross, you ready to go fast?
Yeah.
Real fast?
Yeah.
Like how fast?
You're looking at my feet right now.
So the wheat is still a little bit wet. It was running about 18.9, 19 test moisture wise. So we are going to go get the baler, and then by the time we get back, it should have enough sunlight and we'll give it another try. But for now, it's still a little bit wetter than what we'd like it. If it gets down to about 18, 17, 18, we can dry it down in a bin, which is a lot cheaper than drying it down in the dryer. So with $5 wheat though, it's not worth it to dry this wheat down in the dryer. So we are going to try our best to get it as low as what we can, but we'll see if that ends up happening. I'd like to go try, there's another spot right over there. It's a little bit sandier ground, might have dried out a little bit quicker, so I'd like to go try that, but I guess Dad doesn't want to. I guess he wants to try this. So we're gonna go get the baler, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna try this again, and hopefully it's a lot better this time. So we're gonna try this a little bit more. It dried down. We was on the other end of that field and it was like 15. So we're gonna see what this does. But right now this monitor's showing 19.2, 19.5. But it also could be the fact of the matter of how it was planted. If you can tell, I mean, wheat is very brittle. It doesn't take that much to change a whole lot on wheat. So something as small as there being these strips here could cause it to be a little bit wetter. But I'm gonna call Augie here in a minute and see what he says. We'll at least try and fill another semi before we call it quits again, but we'll see. I'd like to try and cut a little bit more, but we also don't want to run it through the dryer because it's not worth it to run. Like I said earlier, it's not worth it to run $5 wheat through a dryer. It just doesn't make logical sense. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run it a little bit more and see what it does, but I think it's too wet still. I got excited, but I think it's too wet. So we're going now. The monitor on this end of the field is saying like 17.7, 17.8, which is good. We can put that in a bin, dry it down. This is about 1 or 2 points ahead of what it actually is. So I'd probably call it about 16, 17. So, and then that end of the field up there is running like 22. So it's kind of a toss-up like what to do. We're just gonna go ahead and do it. But we're cutting. It's cutting all right. It's cutting pretty good. We aren't going to windrow any of this here. We got another field down the road that we will windrow, and we'll bale it. We'll only probably bale about 20 acres, and really that should do us about 200 to 300 bales. Actually, no, that's 300 to 400 bales, I think. I think that's how many we usually pull off that field. And then that should be enough to get us by with the amount of straw that we need for a while, so. But yeah, I guess Augie's girlfriend just showed up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep combining and not worry about them too. Ross is over there on that end of the field, and I got me my gallon of sweet tea, so we are set to go. Yes, that is good right there. So we got two combines out here running. We got two S680s out here. Mine that I'm running has a 40-foot draper head, and then the one that Augie's running over there has a 35-foot auger head. The reason that we still have an auger head is because why would we spend the money on another 40-foot draper whenever literally all that we do with the other head is cut wheat with it? Besides finish up like maybe a couple hundred acres of beans at the end of the year. So there's really no point in getting another draper head for us right now. Now in the future it would be nice to add a third combine, and that is something that I do plan to do whenever I take over, if Dad hasn't done it already. But yeah, I do like the drapers a lot better. The only problem I have with it is that the draper will not go, or the reel on the draper will not go down enough to really scrape up the wheat. So I don't know if it's a problem with our pitch whenever we're setting our pitch on our heads, but yeah, that's the only issue that I really have with it. And really I need to set mine back a little bit more. No, I do not need to do that. Okay, so let's try and figure this out here. Yes, I'm trying to reset the combine. We will see if this will work. So I rolled my head back a little bit. And what that'll do is that'll give it a flatter platform for it to lay the wheat down onto. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just really depends on the ground that you're in. But the main thing is, whenever you're cutting beans, you want it tilted all the way back. So, because it really does help to lay it down into that platform a little bit more. It gives it a flat, or a more rolled back surface for it to lay the wheat down on. But I think that did actually help. I might try and tilt it back some more. Just a couple notches at a time, not too much. I think we got her all the way back now. That's a lot better. All right, now I got somebody calling me. So the one good thing about wheat is it really gives us a chance to kind of run the combines a little bit and make sure they're going to work real good during harvest. Like earlier, we did end up having an issue with the rotor. There's panels on the side of the rotor, and the panels were not on correctly, so we had to switch them around. There was a bunch of chaff that was going up the side of the combine here, and I looked at Dad and I said, that ain't right. He goes, yeah, it is. I was like, no, that is not right. I've cut wheat. It's not right. It's not okay for it to be doing that. So we did end up looking at it, and there was something wrong with it. And it's a good thing that we caught that now. Then that way, whenever we go to cut beans in the fall, we can just go. But it's a good thing that we did catch it too, because if we wouldn't have caught it, there was a very big potential for a fire hazard, and that is just something that you do not want on a combine. So we had an issue with one last year, with Augie's combine last year whenever it was cutting wheat. And the worst part about that deal is that we was in a hurry because it was raining, and the concave had fallen out of the combine. Ooh, don't hit that. Yeah, don't hit that. But the concave had fallen out of the combine, and it basically packed the entire rotor housing with chaff and seed and everything else. So it ended up like striking, and I don't even know what all happened, but we ended up having to put a new concave in it and fix some other things on it, and then it was good to go. But yeah, we're gonna try and get back over here. But basically what I'm doing right there is I'm going on the corners of the irrigation and trying to clean up the corners, so then that way it looks a little bit better whenever we try to move the irrigations and get what's underneath the irrigations.
Hey guys, doing today, as you can tell, we're cutting wheat. We got Alex in this combine. Oh, looks like we're done. We got Alex in this combine. And you got Augie in that combine, and went out cutting. So wheat harvest is in full swing. And they got yours truly in the grain cart.
So we just had some major combine troubles. One of the wires that runs to the speed sensor for the rotor that goes underneath the cab, like basically right through there, had decided that it wanted to rub a hole through it. So it rubbed a hole right through the wire, and then yeah, so it was creating contact with each other, and it wasn't letting the sensor read and send stuff back to this up here. So we ended up having to, we just taped it up for now, and we are going to get a new wire for it brought in the morning. We'll fix that wire, and then we should be good to go tomorrow. Hopefully they can get it in the morning. If not, then we'll have to wait another day, and we'll probably have to do a better wrap job on that piece of tape, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, we're chugging right along. This field's about done out here behind the house. Once we get all this done out here, we'll probably call it quits for the day. Augie's probably back way over there, so yeah. Might throw my drone up here in a minute too, once I get this combine set up right.
So right now we are getting dumped on by Alex. And as you can tell, I just try to keep, see, you can see where the grain's flowing out. I try to keep that in the middle of the auger wagon. And he's going, and I just go to set speed. So right now I'll go about 3 or so. I'll let him load me. So I'll sit there and I'll go to set constant 3, 2.9, 3, all the way down, and I'll let him load me. But yeah, I just go to the same speed. I'll let him load me, and I pretty much do that until all the way till he gets empty. So, and as you can tell, it's starting to get empty now. And we'll shut it off, and we'll go to the next combine, which will be Augie. See, shut it off, so I will gear up and speed up. And then now we gotta go to Augie and dump him. And then after I get dumped with him, I'll go up to the truck and dump on the truck.
So we'll spend today, tomorrow, and then we'll spend probably about a half of another day cutting wheat. We'll have to do it all in the afternoon because it is still a little bit wet, and whenever the dew comes down, it makes it too wet to cut. So we have to wait on it to dry out and stuff. But we are running right now. We're chugging along pretty well, I think, and everything's looking to work all right, besides that sensor wire that I was having issues with. Thank God it wasn't the sensor though, because if it would have been that sensor, it would have been a pain to get to. So the only problem I have with this head is you can't get that reel down enough to grab that short stuff like what I just had to do right there. I dropped the head down. You have to basically run the head all the way on the ground to be able to get that shorter stuff. But with that auger head, the auger head will pick it up great. It's just this draper head is not very good at it. So yeah. Wee. So on our wheat, we do run 2 different passes of fungicide and insecticide. We also do run some nitrogen over it, about 100 pound to be exact. We did think about, whenever we ran the first round of fungicide. We thought about trying to run a little bit of nitrogen with it, but you would probably burn the wheat more than you'd help it. So we just said, we'll just go ahead and put down the fungicide. So we just went ahead and put down fungicide with it, and it's looking to be pretty good. Not too bad. We've seen everywhere from about, this stuff right here is not in that good a ground for wheat, so we've seen about 50s in here, 50s and 60s. In some of our better ground over there for wheat, we'll seeing 80s to 100s, but we'll know an actual average whenever we get it all figured out and get it all put in the bins, because they're weighing it as we take it into the bins. And basically you take your weight and you divide it by your I don't really know how you do that math exactly. I have to think about it. Not gonna tell you guys how to do it, and then, you know, but basically you just take your weight, your bushels, and divide it by your, I think that's right. You take your bushels and you divide it by your what's it called? By your acres. So this field here is like 100 and, I think there's 130 acres out here. Could be wrong. No, it's 114. It's 114 acres. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I like cutting wheat. It's my favorite thing to do, and it's about the only time of the year that you'll actually see me and my brother getting along. Rather ironically, yeah, I know. It's the only time you'll see me and him actually getting along, is because we're in two separate machines. We're across the field, and we can stand out of each other's way. Mom and Emma are out on a ride. Had to come check out the wheat.
Yep. And brought in batteries.
Yeah, she brought me batteries, and she brought me the whole entire thing. I didn't get to have my lunchtime date with Emma today, so.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look through here and see how much absolute destruction we've done today on the head. And it looks actually really good. Not too bad for the first day of cutting wheat. Usually you'll have something broke here and there. I did notice something earlier though. Bet that's bent. Yeah, probably. And then we do got a little bit of a rip in there. We're gonna order the belt for that, and we'll get that fixed. But not too bad for the first day cutting. I'm gonna go ahead and put the head on the wagon and back up away from it, and then we'll get ready to go for tomorrow. I gotta go look at this field out here, and yeah, that'll be it. So, pretty good day of cutting.
So we just got done cutting wheat today. Got this field done. Is that right, Alex?
What?
We got this field done today.
Yep. First field done of 2020 wheat harvest. On to the next. 3 more to go.
Yep.
4 more to go. 4 more to go.
4 more and we're done. But now, since we're done today, last truck, just gonna go dump the last truck since we're kind of right here by the farm. So, not supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm not gonna tarp it or anything, which will be fine. So, now, gotta go dump it. Get after it. So now, we're back here. Got the truck ready to dump. What I'll do, I'll go ahead and see the leg's already on. Turn the drag on. Turn this bad boy. This, that. That didn't sound good. Somehow try to open this. It's a little hard. I keep it about slow because I don't know how fast it's been dumping, but I'll take this. This has already been tested, so we'll dump these in here. Set that there. Get us a little test sample. This stuff feels a little wet. But get a test sample from that. And then when this gets empty, I'll pull up. And then get whatever's in the back, I'll get a little test sample of that. Kind of mix it with that and see how it is. See how wet it actually is. So we'll find out. We got outside over there. I don't know what he's doing. So we got the truck unloaded and it's all cleaned up. So now we gotta go weigh the truck empty.